it's like when you're writing a list.
Yes.
Like we'll view what God's saying as a list.
As a list. As a list.
It's like, look for, like, you know, grocery number 1, milk. Grocery number 2, eggs.
Yeah, yeah.
Grocery 3, flour. And you don't realize that whole thing is ingredients for one cake.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
And you're like,
we're in it. We're in
no,
it.
yeah. It's the same spirit. Look, so this is the thing. Is you're talking about like, oh, see, these are just ingredients.
Right, exactly.
Why do I need ingredients? I don't need eggs. So you come home and you're like, I didn't get the eggs. And they're like, how are we gonna make the cake for your birthday?
Yeah, right.
And you're like, my birthday, my cake. I need to go get some eggs. Like, but and that's dumb. But
No, but
but yeah.
Okay. Hi, bro. Again.
Howdy.
So we left off in a very intense place of you, like, going, oh man, I want to talk about this stuff.
Dude, it's because there's so much that I want to talk about. But the thing is, how can I talk about it if we don't set the foundations first, right?
Right.
And by foundations, I don't mean like accept Jesus into your heart. When I'm talking about foundations, I'm talking about there's so much depth in Scripture that it's hard to understand Scripture when you have in your mindset like your denomination or your church or your belief system already.
Right.
Like you need to read the Bible and let the Bible teach you and not try to preach a message out of the Bible. Like you can't go to the Bible with your idea already.
Yeah.
Like you need to go to it and say, what are you trying to tell me, Lord? Like God is supposed to teach us, not us teach God.
Right.
And we're trying to teach God when we go to the Bible and say, this is the thing that God.
This is what you're saying, God.
Yeah, this is what you're saying, God. Like, because that's when we get all confused and we start to understand a lot of things kind of weird. Because we're touching on run-on sentences.
Right.
The idea of one thought.
Yes.
One word.
Right.
One mind. One being, like oneness.
Oneness.
Run on single thought. Like.
And what we're about to read with Exodus 20 is kind of pushing that point.
I wanna push this point. Yeah. But we gotta pray first, right?
Yes, we do, because that's the most important thing, and we gotta, you know, whoever it's like starting with everything. When we start reading this word, we want to have the understanding, and anyone listening, we want to make sure that they have the mindset of like, this is for God. This time is for God that I'm giving right.
This is for God. Like the purpose of what we're doing is to talk about God to the people of God for God, right?
Right.
Nobody else needs to listen to it. So if you don't believe in God, you can still hear it.
Yeah.
And listen to the case that we're trying to make.
Yeah.
Like
just walking in on the conversation, and then you overhear it.
And
then you're like, well, what's going on here? What are they talking about here?
Sure, but the conversation isn't for you. Like the rules aren't for you. The ideas aren't for you, but they will apply to you. And if you listen to it, like you'll see the wisdom. I want people to see the wisdom of God.
Yeah.
Like I have a big problem, I think, with people who basically think that they're smarter than God.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about like atheists. I'm talking about Christians or people who are scholars of the Bible or believers of the Bible, and they think they're smarter than God, and they've cracked the code, and they're smarter than the prophets and wiser than the prophets, and they know everything.
Yeah.
And for a long time, I felt the same way, where I was like, these guys, they just don't get it. Then I get God, you know. As I've grown closer and closer to the Lord, I've really learned to say, you know what? I have only heard of the God of Jacob. I see him face to face. Like, and I feel like that every day. Like, just studying, I feel like, oh my goodness, like the Lord he's so active, so present in our day to day. Like, but when we put things in the scriptures or we put our own ideas on the Bible, it affects what God is trying to say.
Yeah.
Because it's like saying, God is saying this thing, but then you read the Bible and he's not saying that. And then people are like, he's not saying that. And then it turns into a fight of, no, that is what he's saying. But then if that isn't what he's saying, you're turning people away from God because you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And people are going to argue up and down like, we do know what God is talking about. Okay, but you disagree with all of what Scripture says. You don't know what God is talking about because you disagree with it.
Yeah. Well, okay. So then let's, because now we're already getting started.
Sure, yeah, get heated.
But okay. So Lord, thank you. Thank you for giving us this other day. Thank you for giving us this other opportunity to be here in your presence, to be here talking about you, to anyone that is listening, that is not listening for the purpose to be upset about any different view or belief, to be upset about anything that may sound different than what they understand, but just to be willing to hear something else, hear another case, hear another mindset, another view on who you are, because at the end of the day, we are never going to fully understand who you are, but we can always try.
Yeah.
And that's why we're here, Lord. And I thank you. And I pray that our eyes be opened, everyone listening, eyes be opened, us, even in this moment, our eyes and our ears be open. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. So we were going to touch on Exodus. And I remember from the last episode, you saying that we need to have right now in our mind that He is our Lord, our God, our one Lord, our one Father, our one CEO, our one boss. Like you started listing it, He is your one and only God.
He's our one and only judge, our one and only ruler, our one and only king, our one and only president, governor, our one and only.
Yes.
He is my one and only. He is the one. He's my owner. He's my everything, right? And until you can get that concept, nothing else is going to make any sense.
So why is Exodus 20 so important to push that point? Because again, the idea of a run-on sentence,
Okay, so the idea of a run-on sentence, right?
at least for this situation.
It a lot of times people have in their mind kind of set already the one thing they were taught, and they go, that is what it is. So, for example, I don't know if any of y'all have heard this, the idea that the commandments have everything to do with love God and love people, right?
Right.
And it says, you see, the first five commandments, or the first four, have to do with loving God, and the other five or six have to do with loving
Your
people,
neighbor, yeah.
right? Loving your neighbor. I want to make an argument and say, I don't think that's what it is at all.
Okay.
I mean, and I understand where that idea comes from. Like, I'm not saying, no, you're wrong because you're wrong. No, like, everything I say, I believe it because I keep rereading the Bible over and over and over, and I keep praying to God to show me more. And the more that you read it and you open your heart to the Lord, the more He can show you. But it's like, if I was like, God, I want you to teach me more, right? Just as an analogy. God, I want you to teach me more. And then He says, I want you to understand what freedom means or what wisdom means. And then I go, I already know what it means. Okay, but I want you to understand it deeper. I don't need to. I already understand it. Okay, then what if there's a little extra that you need? And that little extra is going to unlock a ton of other stuff in the Bible.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's like when I study with you or with one of our cousins or with somebody, and your mind starts to open up,
Yeah.
and you start to really see that this isn't telling you like a bunch of different things. It's telling you one thing.
Yeah.
Over and over and over and over and over.
Yes.
And it trying to find the words to
No,
say,
no, go ahead.
Lord, speak through me. Like, use my lips, use my tongue, speak through me, right? The thing that I want to see and show is that there is more to be seen than what you know. That if I think I know everything going into the Bible, like most people do, they say I'm going to learn something new, but they already know what they want to learn. So when they read it, you're gonna get what you already thought. I put it like this: the more you read the Bible, the more you'll be able to defend any position, because there's so much truth in the Bible that you can make anything true. And that's true.
Yeah.
You can make anything true. You could approve of like sacrificing your own children. You just got to find a few verses. Like if you were to say, well, Jesus says to be like him, the way he's like the Father. Uh, be like him, walk like him, and then God sacrificed his son for our sins. And then look at
I
Abraham.
was about to say,
He
yeah,
told
Abraham.
Abraham to sacrifice Isaac.
So be like
So be
Abraham and
like
Isaac.
Abraham and be like God and sacrifice your son.
No, that's true. I when you mention how we start reading it, I think of um going further up. I think of Jesus when he talks about the log in your eye.
Yeah,
When like the example I put is usually the example of my wife when she was pregnant, right? She was tired.
yeah, yeah,
She was tired. She was always feeling exhausted. She was always feeling this. And if I had the log, with the log in my eye, I would have seen that situation and been like, wow, she doesn't want to do anything. She's so tired. She's so exhausted. She's so this. She's so that. I'm sorry. And have that mindset. But then when I take the log out of my eye, I can see that she's 9 months pregnant.
yeah,
Her feet are swollen. She's tired. She's exhausted. She's dealing with all this. And so when we're reading the Bible, we have that log in our eye that says the Bible means this, and I'm going to read it looking at it this way.
yeah,
I can't
yeah.
see it clearly, but I'm saying I see it clearly.
Uh,
I'm making the comment, oh, I can see it
I can
perfectly
see it.
fine.
You can't see. Like
No, yeah.
exactly. Yeah, that's exactly right. And you actually see that later, right? Like when who is it? Paul, when he's saying, okay, you who has all wisdom and the word of God, the oracles of God, and you understand all mysteries, and you are a corrector of the foolish, teacher of the ignorant, right? And he's like, do you preach? Don't commit adultery? Do you commit adultery?
Yeah.
Do you preach don't lie and you lie? Do you preach don't steal and you steal? Do you preach don't worship idols and you rob temples?
Hmm.
So he's like,
It's the same thing that Jesus told the guys with the woman who was caught in adultery.
sure. So he says, you know, whoever
He who's without
without
sin
sin
cast the first
cast
stone.
the first stone. And there are different ways that you could interpret that, right?
Hmm.
And I don't want to get too deep into
No,
that
no.
stuff.
It just, as you were saying it, it reminded me of that idea of we we have this thought that I got lost. I got lost in where I was going. Sorry, go ahead.
No, like I think that it's important to try to read the stories, maybe learn a lesson, and then go when you read it the next time, forget the lesson you learned,
Hmm.
right? Like I always say, when you're reading it the first time, make sure you understand what it is actually saying the first time. Like, don't try to spiritualize it or get too deep before you get what it's saying. Because a lot of times that's what we do is we're like, we need to get deep. We need to get like down and see the symbolism and see this and see that. But at the end of the day, doing all of that seeking for the symbolism is what prevents you from seeing what it actually means, like straightforward. And then you can't actually go any deeper. But when you understand the basic first, then you can understand what it means deeper 10 times more than when you start trying to look for the depth from the beginning, right? It'd be like, let's say that I go into a submarine, right? And then I try to just walk out into the water. I'm
Hmm.
going to get crushed. Like instantly, I'm just going to, and then it's going to be over for me.
Right, yeah.
But let's say that I'm scuba diving or I got my snorkel or and all these different things, and I just slowly am going further and further down into the water. I can acclimate more into the depth, right? You can slowly come out further and further into the depth of the word, into the depth of what God is saying, into the depth of who God is. But if you try to just go right to the bottom, you're going to die and you're going to get crushed and you're not going
Yeah.
to understand anything.
It's like jumping right into cold water without first gradually
You
working
can't
your way in.
acclimate.
Yeah.
You gotta like build a tolerance for it. And sometimes it is good to just jump right in, right? But sometimes it's really bad to just,
In the aspect of faith, that sometimes it's really good to jump into the faith.
it's good to have that faith, right? But do you know what faith means? Because some people think faith means to just follow blindly, right?
Right.
I don't want to veer off. I'll get back to the thing, but some people think faith means to follow blindly, just close your eyes. But if you listen to the biblical version of faith, God is like, trust me,
Yeah.
because I did this, that, this, and this. It'd be like this. You should trust that I'm always gonna be there for you. What if I've never been there for you?
I'm not gonna
You
have faith
shouldn't
in you.
trust that I've always been there for
Yeah.
you. But if I say, trust that I've always been there for you. Remember when you hurt your back, how I was there? Remember when you hurt my feelings and I was still there?
Yeah.
Remember how you lied to me and I was still there? Remember when you robbed me and I still was there? Like,
Yeah.
now you're like, oh, dude, he has been there for me and all
Like,
this
no
stuff.
matter how bad I've been, he's still there.
Yeah. Like that's the thing. You know, it's like you have faith in a thing for a reason, not faith in something for no reason.
Yeah.
That's just
Smart.
dumb. That's just
Yeah.
dumb. Like, and that's what we try to teach people. But the reason we try to teach them like that is because we don't understand it, because we don't study and we don't want to learn anymore. Because we start going to the Bible from the perspective of, I already know everything. So when you get to something you don't understand, you go, that's dumb and
Yeah,
don't
let's
don't apply that. You don't
yeah,
need that.
yeah.
No, you need that.
What's crazy though is I have seen there are people who actually say that out loud, where they already have their own mindset, they already have their own belief, and then they're like, "Hey, we're gonna touch on this, but it's gonna address certain things that go against what we believe, like go against how you feel. So just ignore that completely." And it's
Yeah.
like you really can say that out in the open,
Yeah.
but still read from the Bible.
So this is
That's
this is
crazy.
actually really funny. Um, you know, I try to follow the Bible as to the best of my ability. And I went to a church one day and somebody saw my family like wearing veils and stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And they came to us and they said, hey, you guys wear veils. And they were like, yeah, why do you do that? And they're like, well, we do it because of a personal conviction that we felt God tell us to wear veils before we ever read it in the Bible. But then we read it in the Bible and we said, this has to be from
Yeah.
God. So they started wearing the veil. And this person like looked over their shoulder to make sure nobody from the church could hear them. And they said, I, I agree with you. I low key agree with you.
Really?
Yeah. They said, I agree with them.
Wow.
That makes sense to me. And then it's like,
That's a very rare
well, I was
situation.
joking about it, right? And I was like, "You mean you affirm what the Bible says? That's what you're supposed to do." Like it was funny. I wasn't there for the conversation, but I was being told about it. And it's like, you affirm what the Bible says? That's what we're supposed to do. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. But why are we afraid to say that? Because our people around us, if you agree with the Bible over your teachers or your preachers or your apostles or your prophets, then you disagree with God. But who's God? I thought God was the one who inspired the word. So
Yeah.
shouldn't I agree with the word over the people who are teaching me from the word? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So that's part of, like, I know this is all kind of a bunch of different thoughts, but I'm going to something. And the idea is you need to let the Bible speak. And you don't need to speak while God is speaking. Just listen and try to understand and
Right.
go back again and again and again. So, and I don't want to get too deep into this because we're going to cover it again and I'm going to get deeper into it. But I have other topics I want to cover first. But in the topic of run on sentences, don't view God as speaking a bunch of sentences, as in, I am the Lord your God.
I
Sentence
believe
one,
it.
you shall not have any gods before me. Sentence two, you shall, does that make sense? Like,
Like it's like when you're writing a list.
yes.
Like we'll view what God's saying as a
As a
list.
list, as a
As a
list.
list. It's like look for like, grocery number one, milk. Grocery number two, eggs.
Yeah, yeah.
Grocery number three, flour. And you don't realize that whole thing is ingredients for one cake.
Yes, exactly. And I was
Yes.
gonna say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like,
We're in it. We're in
no, no, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the same spirit. Look, so this is the thing: is you're talking about like, oh, see, these are just ingredients.
it. Right,
Why do I
exactly.
need ingredients? I don't need eggs. So you come home and you're like, I didn't get the eggs. And they're like, how are we going to make the cake for your birthday?
Yeah, right.
And you're like, my birthday, my cake? I need to go get some eggs. Like, and that's dumb,
No, but
but yeah,
it's a real world example of how we look at this.
we look
We
at
don't
it,
see the ingredients, and we see the ingredients, but we don't know what it's
we
making.
see the ingredients, but we don't know what it's a recipe for.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we don't even look at it as a recipe.
Right.
Like imagine if I bought a recipe book and then I was like, look at my shopping list. Who needs like 4 ounces of no, like that's dumb.
Yeah. Right.
You gotta buy a carton of milk. Well, I don't need a carton of milk. This shopping list I have says like 2 teaspoons of sugar or something.
So you have to always buy exactly that
Do
amount.
you have a teaspoon sitting around here? I need my teaspoon of sugar.
Right.
What are you doing here? Go.
Yeah.
We only sell that 5-pound bag. Or something. No, like I don't need that. I'm sorry. My shopping list says 2 teaspoons.
No, but that's also
This is the recipe for I don't know.
yeah. No, but
some
that's
other
also a very good point, though. Is that like with recipes, you have exact measurements, but you don't buy the exact measurements. You get the whole thing.
yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta buy the thing in bulk. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get
Yeah.
the whole thing. You
That
gotta shop at
Costco
you know,
grocery list.
or Sam's Club. I don't know.
So I guess I can with that in mind.
So we'll go into it, right? And dude, that's what I'm saying, man. I hate having to pick a section because when you pick a section, it's almost as if you're like losing what's the word? Your placement? You're losing a little bit of the depth of it. Right?
Yeah.
Because 20 is where the 10 commandments start, right?
Yes. 20
Okay.
is where I believe. I mean, I don't want to say the first mention of them because we both know it's not.
Okay, yeah, and this is a funny thing too. It doesn't really even call them the 10 commandments.
Right.
It doesn't call them the 10 commandments. And there's something that I would like to show people later, but for right now, I'm just going to drop it in there. I don't think the 10 commandments are the list of 10 commandments that are right there.
Mm-hmm.
The chapter 20. I don't think that's what the 10 commandments are. I think it is a hint at the 10 commandments. And that's what I'm talking about, where it's like a sign. I'm trying to show you something, but I'm really alluding to this. It's the same way that the Bible will slowly reveal more and more things on one subject. And then in the end, you're like, my goodness, I get it. I know what this is talking about.
Okay.
But you don't get it at first. They have to allude to it. It's like when you're learning math. They don't just start you off with like calculus.
Mhm.
They go, first you need to learn about addition. Then we'll teach you about subtraction.
Yeah.
Then we'll teach you multiplication.
Yeah.
Then we'll teach you long division. Then we'll teach you numbers and letters combined together to find variables. And then we're gonna teach you
Wait
like
till we start adding letters in
and then we're gonna
there.
put hyphens, and then we're gonna put we're gonna put one letter on top and one number on the bottom, and
Yeah.
then on the other side it's gonna be a number on top and a letter on the bottom, and then you're gonna have to multiply them, and you're like, what's going on here? I'm
But
in
if they just
kindergarten.
threw all that on you at once,
I'm in kindergarten. I don't even know my letters. I can't even spell my name.
right?
It's too much.
Yeah.
So God doesn't give you everything like this is what it is, just plain and simple.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't want robots. He wants thinkers. He wants you to learn to think. Like, that's why when I try to do a Bible study, I don't tell people the answers to the questions I go, let's read this passage, and then we'll read like an entire book of the Bible.
Yeah.
And then I go, so what do we see here?
Yeah.
What do you see?
Yeah.
Well, I see this thing. Okay, what else do you see? I see this thing. What else do you see? I see this thing. Okay, let's read this other book of the Bible. What do you see? I see this thing, and this thing, and this thing. Aren't those the same 3 things?
What do you see from this that we read?
Yeah, okay.
Before?
Now let's put them next to each other and let's compare them.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's have this other book. Let's compare them again. And then what you start to realize is everything is telling you the exact same thing over and over and over.
It's just phrasing it different.
It's just phrasing it. It's
It's
to
not
give
going to
you,
always give you the exact
it's
thing.
perspective.
Yeah.
It's perspective on the one topic,
Yeah.
right? And
This was the like what we talked about with the Watchmen.
with the Watchman, it's a perspective where he
Yeah.
says, look at this view. Look at this view. Look at this view. This is what people do with a Watchman. This is what you're going to do. This is what I do. This is what the people do.
Yeah.
It's the same thing,
Right.
right? So who's unfair? I'm not unfair. Aren't you guys the ones who are unfair? You have to read it in the one thought, one goal in mind. It's trying to convey one message to you.
Mhm.
So when it talks about the 10 commandments, God is trying to convey one message to you, one idea to you, right? What is the one idea?
I am the Lord your God.
I am the Lord, right? Yahweh, Jehovah. He is. The I am.
Yeah.
The I am. I am that I am. Right.
Right.
Your God, your ruler, your king, your
Your
God,
God, your
your judge, your
CEO, your
CEO,
boss.
your
Yeah.
boss, your everything. I
Yeah.
am your master, your my servant, my worker, my son, my everything under me. I'm everything above you. You see?
Okay. Yes.
That's the message that is trying to convey. And we could even, if we have time, I'll do a little, I'll give you a little experiment if you want to try it.
Okay.
If you guys want to try it on your own time. And then eventually I'm going to do it for you guys, but I want y'all to try to experiment and try this out for yourself. Right. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of where?
Egypt.
The house of slavery.
Slavery.
So what is God about?
Freedom.
Freedom.
Yes.
For who?
For his people.
For his people, the oppressed people.
Yes.
Oppressed people. So what if you're not oppressed?
Good question.
What if you're the one oppressing people?
Then he's going to free
People from you.
you. Yeah.
There you go. That's how it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
And it's really funny because once you start to see it, you'll start to understand. And then you can see it in real life, right? But let's focus on the scripture.
Was that the test, or is that not
That's not the test.
Okay.
The test
Okay.
comes,
This is just to start this.
this is just to start this. But,
Okay.
but the idea is this is all about I am the Lord your God. So everything after this sentence is about how he is the Lord your God,
Right.
who brought you out of Egypt, out of the house of slavery.
And just to make it clear, this is God speaking directly
To the
This
people.
is not Moses.
This is not Moses.
This is God speaking
This is the
directly
voice
to
of
the
God
people. Yes.
on a mountain, and people hear it.
Yes. So it starts, and God spoke all these words, saying, starting with, I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Okay, right. Who's speaking?
God.
God is.
God himself.
Okay. God is speaking, right? I don't want to get into Trinity speak, but which part of God is speaking? God the Father?
I would believe God the Father.
Okay. That's what is meant to be believed. God the Father. But as you continue to study, you end up finding out that it's more likely the angel of the Lord, which is
Mentioned a lot.
which is mentioned a lot. But it's to believe it's a hint at their messenger of their covenant with God. But it's like a physical, it's called a theophany, right? A physical manifestation of God, right? A physical presence of God. So I thought God was everywhere. So how is he right there? If I see somebody like an angel, and that angel says, I am the Lord your God,
Right.
right? Who brought you out of the house of Egypt, out of the house of slavery, right? Out of the iron furnace.
Yeah.
I'm the Lord your God. But isn't God everywhere? What would they say? I'm gonna strike you dead.
Right.
Do you believe me or not?
Right.
I'm the Lord your God. That's it. Just take that image, right? Don't think too much about the Trinity, but take the image. There's an angel, a messenger, which is what that means. It's a job, not a. It's like a title.
Yeah.
Not a what you are.
Right.
I am an angel. I am a messenger.
Right.
Not
just like I'm a pest technician, but that's not who I am.
Yeah,
that's just my job.
Yeah, you're not a pest technician. I am pest technician.
Yeah. Right. No, exactly right. Sorry, that made me laugh.
No, yeah, I am pest technician.
And that's all I am.
That's what I am.
Yeah.
No. I am the Lord your God. But there's somebody in the cloud. So somebody's in there. But if God is everywhere, then who's the guy in the cloud?
Yeah. I'm imagining like hearing a voice like from like all around.
It'd be scary.
It would be a nightmare.
In Atlanta, there's actually an exhibit that has like mirrors, and they're like caved into like the shape of an egg, and you stand in a specific spot, and you can stand like 20 feet back and whisper, and you can hear it.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
crazy.
It's crazy. But
so that's what it probably
would probably be like that.
Right? So I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage or slavery.
Slavery.
You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself a carved image, any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. You shall not bow down to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God.
Okay, stop right there. So I want to get into this, right?
Okay.
Another thing is when you're reading, you gotta understand comparisons.
Okay.
So, for example, if I say, I'm your brother and I love you,
Mhm.
right? And I'm always gonna be there for you. But then I go, look at that guy. That guy's not my brother. I can't stand him. What does that mean? Well, it doesn't mean anything just like that. But if I was like, I can't stand him, I'm never going to be there for him. What's the comparison? Well, the I can't stand him is contrasted with the I love you. Because I said, I'm your brother. And then I go, that guy's a stranger to me. I don't know him. I know you. I love you. I can't stand him. Right?
Right.
I'm always going to be there for you. I'm never going to be there for him. I don't want to be around him. Right? You see the comparison. You need to compare and contrast. And I'm going to do it here right now,
Okay.
but I want to look at that. Right? He says, I am the Lord your God who brought you out of the house of slavery.
He's talking directly to you.
I saved you from being a slave.
Yeah.
Right? So don't go, I'm your God. So don't go get another God.
Mhm.
Don't go find another God. Don't bow down, which is what worship means. Don't bow down to them. And don't serve them. Serve is the same term that's used for a slave. I'm the Lord your God. Don't go become slave to another God.
Mhm.
That's what he's saying. I'm the Lord your God who brought you out of the house of Egypt, right? Or out of Egypt, out of the house of slavery. You're not a slave anymore.
No.
So don't go become a slave again. Don't go make yourself another God and bow down and become a slave
To
to
that
it.
God. Yeah.
Don't become a slave to that God, right?
Yeah.
Why? Because I'm a jealous God. Now keep going. I'm a jealous God.
Jealous God. Um. You shall not bow down to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children to the third and fourth generations of those who hate me, but showing mercy to thousands to those who love me and keep my commandments.
Okay, so you need to draw the comparisons,
Okay.
right? So what goes compared with love?
Jealousy
No,
or hate.
hate. Love is compared with hate. God is compared with other guys,
Yeah.
right? Worship is compared with what? Just reread it.
You shall not bow down to them nor serve them. So serving them?
So serving them and worship are pair.
Okay.
They're always together. When you're reading in the Bible, you're always going to see worship and serve, worship and serve, worship and serve, right? So read from the don't bow down and serve them.
So you shall not bow down to them nor serve them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children to the third and fourth generations of those who hate me, and showing mercy to thousands, to those who love me and keep my commandments.
Right?
So is he saying that worship is keeping his commandments?
So worshiping is keeping the commandments,
Okay.
right? Like let me
Go
see
ahead. Go
this.
ahead.
Forgot my Bible.
No, you're good.
So look, right? He says, don't bow down to them or serve them, because I'm a jealous God. And I visit the iniquities, the crookedness, the guilt of the fathers onto the children for the third and fourth generations of those who hate me. Who hates him? Where does it say anybody who hates him?
Everyone who
Oh,
worships other gods.
those who worship and serve other gods are those who hate him.
Okay.
That's what he's saying. Not insinuate that that's what he's saying, right? I'm jealous. If you are my people and you go and you serve another God and worship them, you hate.
Mm,
That's what he's saying.
yeah.
I visit the crookedness, the iniquity, the twistedness, the lawlessness of the fathers onto the children to the third and fourth generation, right? And we'll get into that later. But he says, of those who hate me, right?
Mhm.
Take that image. Now compare it. But I show mercy, right? I show mercy to thousands, right? So 3 and 4 to thousands, right? I visit the iniquity. I punish the people to 3 and 4 generations. But I show mercy to those who love me. Well, what does hating him mean? Worshiping and serving other gods. Okay. Showing mercy to those who love me and keep my commandments. So keeping his commandments is
loving God.
loving God.
Yeah.
But that's what worshiping and serving God is. So if you say I worship and serve God, but you keep another God's commandments, you hate God. That's what it means. That's not what it kind
It's
of.
not alluding to that. It's saying
It
it very
is
clearly.
saying that.
Yeah.
That's the way that they speak. That's the way that they think. You love me, you'll scratch my back. You hate me, you won't scratch my back.
Yeah.
What am I saying? If you love me, you'll scratch my
My
back.
back. If I don't love you, I won't scratch you.
So what if I was like, if you love me, you take care of my kids, but I'm gonna make sure I charge you if you hurt my children.
Saying that if I take care of your kids, I do it for free.
Well, no. If you take care of my kids, you love me.
Yeah.
If you hurt my kids, you hate me, and I'm gonna make you
Pay for it.
I'll make you pay for it.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not saying that you should do that. I'm just
Right.
I'm just saying it's a comparison.
Yeah.
It's a comparison. It's like if I said I love the gym, and then I never go to the gym, and I'm always like eating out, and I'm like I'm a big fitness freak, and then I'm like 800 pounds. I can't breathe. Am I a big fitness freak?
No.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
But I love the gym. Do you? If
Yeah.
you love the gym, you would be at the gym.
Yeah.
God says, I punish those who hate me, right? Why? Because you're going to teach your kids to hate me.
Yeah.
That's why the children get and ultimately end up getting punished.
Yeah.
Because their children are being taught to hate God.
Mhm.
Why? Because you hate God.
Yeah.
But I love God. I pray to him every night. But you don't obey him. You don't listen to him. But I love him. Right?
Right.
Imagine you're telling your son, oh, I love you, right? And then they go, I love you too, Dad. And then they like steal your car and like wreck it into a hospital.
Yeah.
You would say, I thought you loved me. I do love you, Dad. Do you?
Yeah. That was something we were taught a lot too growing up. That if it's one thing to tell somebody you love them.
Yes.
It's another thing, the actions that you're
The
showing
actions
to
that
tell
show
them
love. Love
Yeah.
is an action. Love is something you do.
Yeah. Not
He's-
something you're constantly saying.
Sure. Like if I say I love my dad, right? And then I sleep with like his wife or something.
Mhm.
Do I love my dad?
No.
But I love him. No, you don't. If I say I love my friend and then I kill their daughter or something,
Yeah.
do I love them? But I emotionally love them. No, you don't love them. You hate me.
Because if you love them, kind of what it's saying here, if you love them, you wouldn't do something that hurts them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So look, he says, I'm the Lord your God. I saved you from slavery. Don't go become a slave to another God
After I just
saved
freed
you
Yeah.
from slavery.
Yeah.
So don't be a slave to them. Don't bow down and worship them and thank them and do what they tell you to do when they didn't bring you out of slavery. Why would you hate me?
Yeah. So did what I do mean nothing to you?
Why would you hate me?
Yeah.
Love me, and I'll show mercy to you for 1,000 generations.
Yeah.
Right? And keep my commandments to prove that you love me. That's what he's saying.
Right.
Not insinuating, that's what he is saying.
Right.
You just have to read it. Right? And then he says, you shall not take my name in vain, right? So some people say, oh, well, he's saying, don't say, oh my God. Okay,
Yeah.
then Jeremiah is going to burn in hell because he says, oh my God.
Yeah.
David is going to burn in hell because he says, oh my God. That's not what it means.
Yeah.
It means to carry. Do not carry the name of the Lord your God in vain. It's like this. Let's say that you're a woman and you get married. Are you going to take your husband's name? Take their name? Are you going to carry your husband's name? What about your children? When you have children, you usually give them your last name.
Mhm.
They're carrying your name. Don't carry the name of the Lord your God in vain.
Mhm.
Don't say, I worship the Lord, and then go rob a bank.
Yeah.
Don't tell people, I love God, and then you murder a family. Don't say, I love God, and then proceed to not keep my commandments and worship another God. It's the same thought.
It's the same idea, like even now, the idea of, well, I go to church,
I
but
go-
then,
I go to church, and then I sleep around when nobody's looking.
yeah,
But the people you're sleeping around with know that you're sleeping around. But what happens when someone finds out? Now people are going to blaspheme God because of you, and they're going to
Yeah.
be like, look at your God. Your God can't be that good
Yeah.
because you don't listen to him.
No.
So this is what he's saying. I saved you. Remember how I
Yeah.
saved you?
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure you love me and keep my commandments and don't go serve another God. Serving another God means not keeping his commandments because you don't realize that even you can be a God, right? You can make yourself your own God. Right? We were talking about idolatry one day, and I don't think of idolatry as I have a statue of something in front
Yeah.
of me. Think of it more like priorities.
Priorities. Yeah.
If my priority is me and not God, who am I going to listen to?
Yeah.
I'm going to listen to me. What if my priority is my parents?
You listen to your parents.
I'm going to listen to my parents, which is good if my parents listen to God.
God, yeah.
But what if my parents don't? What if I'm hungry and I go to the store and my parents says, you should steal food because we're hungry? But I'm hungry. My mom's hungry. I should honor my mom and steal this food. I should honor my cat and steal this stuff.
Yeah. Then that
And
happens when you get arrested for stealing.
you've dishonored me.
Yeah.
But that's the image. The image is don't listen to anybody else. I'm your God. I saved you from slavery. Don't listen to anybody else. Right?
Right.
Don't listen to anybody else. I love those who love me and keep my commandments, right? So don't carry my name for no reason. Don't say you love me and you're my people, and then you go and you do whatever you want to do. Do what I tell you to do,
Yeah.
right? Because I'm your God who saved you from slavery.
Yeah.
You think I'm going to tell you stuff that's going to put you back into slavery, right? It's like Jesus when he says nobody can have two masters. You're either going to love one
Or hate the
and
other.
hate the other,
Yeah.
right?
I think another example was like your job.
If you have two jobs, right?
Yeah.
And then one of your bosses tells you need to come in on Thursday at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, I'll do that. And then your next boss calls you and says, you need to come in on Thursday at 2 o'clock or what? And then I go, yeah, I can do that. And then I forget that I already agreed to do the other one. Now I have to choose which one do I want to go to? Who is my boss? The one I go and work for. That's the one that I love. So he's saying right here, do you love me or do you hate me? Do you follow me and keep my commandments or do you follow other God's commandments?
Right.
Which could be yourself. Because look how he says anything, the likeness of anything that is in heaven above, the stars in the sky, the angels, the spirits, the demons, the gods.
He's basically saying, are you going to worship all the things that I made?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or are you gonna the fish in the sea, the snakes, the serpents, the demons, the this, the that,
Yeah.
the fish gods? Or are you gonna do anything on the earth? People, animals, like somebody whose priority is their cat over their children.
Yeah.
That's your God. You just don't realize it. It's your priority. Is God your priority and keeping his commandments your priority? Or is your cat your priority?
Yeah.
Or your children your priority?
Or your dog.
Or your dog,
your
or
husband,
your wife,
your
or your
wife.
husband, anybody else except for me.
Yeah.
Right? So look what he says. Remember the Sabbath day. Right? He says, you shall not take my name, the Lord your God, in vain. For the Lord will not hold guiltless someone who takes his name in vain. If he gives you his name the same way that a father gives his son his name.
Yeah.
Imagine you give your son your name or your daughter your name, and then they go and they're a terrible person. People are going to start to talk bad about you. You're a bad father.
Yeah.
You're a bad God. Because look at your people.
Yeah.
And how many people refuse to believe in God because of Christians?
It's what Gandhi said.
Yeah.
He says, I love your Christ.
I hate your Christians.
Yeah, I hate your Christians. Yeah.
Why
would he say that?
It makes them hate God.
Yeah.
You're carrying his name in vain, and he's not going to hold you guiltless.
Yeah.
Right?
And back to the job analogy. If you're working for a company, if you're working for a certain group of people and you carry that name, and let's say you go out on a business trip and then you act completely insane on that business trip.
It makes your company look bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
It may make you look bad in the moment, but you are also representing another group of people, and it's going to also make them look like, wow, they're just send anybody here?
Okay, yes, so exactly, right? So look, It's after he says, I will not hold you guiltless if you carry my name in vain. He says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Okay.
Right? Think of this. He goes one thought. I'm God, I'm God, I'm God, I'm your God. There's no other God. Don't listen to anybody else except for me.
Yes.
And then he says, so remember you're free. So don't work like a slave and never take a day off.
Yes.
So take this day off because all the other days are for you, but this day is for me. Right?
So this might be a different point, but at least for right now, just to touch on exactly the Sabbath itself, the day of the Sabbath, because there's a lot of belief that the Sabbath is like there's a lot of confusion on when the Sabbath is. So what day is the Sabbath?
Okay, so most people agree that Jesus rose on Sunday, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's the day before that. Yeah, that's it. You got it. Early in the morning after the Sabbath, they went. The first day of the week. There you go. It's Saturday.
Okay.
There's no debate about it.
Okay.
Has the Sabbath changed since Jesus was on the earth?
Right.
Then it's whatever day Jesus was doing.
Right.
There you go.
And it explains that he rose on the first day.
On the first day, right? So what was the day
So
before
what day
that?
after that?
Well, what was the day before that?
Yeah.
There's the Sabbath. There you go. Easy,
Okay.
easy fix. No issue.
No, because I know there's always so much like layered details on when the Sabbath is, what day
issue.
it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because and I understand the argument, and I understand where the stuff comes from, but right now you got to consider this thing right here, right? Where he's saying the Sabbath is a holy day for the Lord. It's a gift to you.
Yeah.
Right. Why? Do slaves get a day off of work?
No.
I've worked at a job where I worked 7 days a week.
Yeah.
I was a slave. I could not breathe. I could not think. I became a zombie. All I was doing was working and working and working and working. I lost time for my family, my friends, my life, myself, everything.
Yeah.
I couldn't do anything because I was too busy working.
Yeah.
I couldn't enjoy my life because I had money, but I couldn't use it because I was too sleepy to do anything.
Yeah.
And I was too busy working to enjoy it, right?
Right.
So he says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days you shall do whatever you want to do. Do all your work. If you got a business, you got 2 businesses, go work your 2 businesses.
Yeah.
But rest this day because you're not a slave, not even to yourself.
Hmm.
Because listen, remember he's talking about who God is. He says, you can do all your work 6 days. But on the 7th day, that's the Sabbath. That is the day of rest for the Lord, your God. Remember, you keep the Sabbath because God is your God.
Yeah.
So why do you keep the Sabbath? Because God is your God. Well, I don't understand. You keep the Sabbath because I'm your God.
Mhm.
You're not a slave. So rest. I'm telling you to rest.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, stop working. As your boss, I'm telling you, stop working. As your God, I'm telling you to stop working. As your father, I'm telling you to stop working. Well, what if somebody else comes to me and tells me to work? Are they your God?
No.
Did they get you out of the house of or Egypt, out of the house of slavery?
No.
They didn't. I did. So don't work.
Yeah.
But I want to. Okay. Are you your God?
Yeah.
Did you get you out of the house
No.
of slavery?
No.
No, you're trying to put yourself back in by working.
Yeah.
So you know what the punishment for not keeping the Sabbath is according to the prophets?
What?
Okay. You don't want you want to work every day of
You're
the
gonna
week?
work more.
I'm going to let people come and take you and they're going to make you work 7 days a week. You don't want to rest 1 day a week? I'm going to make you work 7 days.
So you were freed from slavery.
So now you're a
Now
slave
you're gonna be a slave again.
because you wanted to be.
Yeah.
You wanted this. So you can have it. That's it. Right?
Right.
Does that make any sense?
No, that makes a lot of sense.
He
yeah.
says, you want to be a slave so bad, go be a slave.
He's like, I'm giving you a day off, but if you don't want it,
If you
fine.
don't want it,
You can have what you
Work.
want. Yeah.
work all you want.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? So look, he says,
You're on the wrong page.
oh my goodness,
The wind blew it.
what the goodness of, look. So he says, I am the Lord your God. And then he's talking over here and he tells you why he's the Lord your God, because he saved you. And then he says, don't go and try to get another God. They didn't save you. Hey, make sure you don't hate me because I love you, and I'll show mercy to you if you love me.
Yeah.
And even to your kids for 1,000 generations. Oh, also, since I'm giving you my name, don't go make me look stupid,
Yeah.
right? Okay, here's a gift for you. Rest. Nobody's your God except for me. Nobody. Right? So I know that a lot of times people like to go and quote, who is it, Peter and Paul, where they talk about honoring your parents. Like, remember, kids, you need to obey your parents. Remember,
Obey your mother
children,
and your
you
father.
got to obey your mother and your
So
father.
your
Re-
days will be long.
remember, you got to honor your parents. People love that command. Honor your father and your mother.
And you get the parents being like, you hear that?
It's the first command with the promise. Okay. Which command did God give first? Honor your father and your mother, or honor the Lord your God?
Honor the Lord your God.
Where? Where's that command? It's this one. The Sabbath command is the command that says honor God above you, even your parents. Because look what it says. He says, the seventh day is the Sabbath for the Lord your God.
Right.
Not for you. It's God's Sabbath. It's not your Sabbath. It's God's Sabbath.
Right.
The Lord your God, the one who brought you out of the house of slavery.
Right.
The one who made you free is telling you to rest. You shall do no work. You got 6 other days to do whatever you want to do. I'm asking you to rest for 1 day.
Yeah.
You need to rest. You do no work. You or your son or your daughter or your male and female servants, right? Or your animals or the foreigners, people who don't believe in me, people who don't know me. Don't make anybody work for you. Why? Because I'm the Lord your God who brought you out of the house of slavery.
They all belong to me.
So you can't make anybody else a slave.
Yeah.
Just because you were free from slavery doesn't mean you can go and put somebody else in slavery like that and oppress them. If you like, there are people who say my Sabbath is every day. Okay, do you have people working for you every single day? Then
Are you working?
Are you
every single
working?
day?
Are your children working every single
Yeah.
day? Are they working for you? Do you have people do stuff for you on the Sabbath? Then your Sabbath isn't every day just because you go to church every day.
Yeah.
Your Sabbath isn't every day if you go to church and then you go back to your job. People who say the Sabbath is every day, you better never have anybody do anything for you any day.
Yeah.
Quit your job,
Yeah.
close your business,
Shut everything down.
and trust in the Lord.
Yeah.
You know whose Sabbath is every day? The priest. You know why? Because they work for the Lord.
Yeah.
So they can work every day, but their work is rest. They're resting because they're working for the Lord.
Right.
Your rest is in the Lord.
Their reliance.
Their reliance is in the Lord. They don't work. They trust that the people are going to take care of them because that's God taking care of them.
Yeah.
So listen, he commands, before he says honor your father and your mother, he tells the parent, your son and daughter can't work. You don't own your children. You take care of them.
That's tough.
You don't own your children. I own your children the same way I own you. So you don't work. You don't own yourself.
No.
You don't own yourself. You don't own your workers. You don't even own your animals. I own all of these things. All of these things are mine. So take care of them for me. And make sure you let them rest.
Let them take a break.
Let them take a break. Right?
Right.
Now, that starts to make sense. Why? Who is it? Paul, who says, hey, parents, don't exasperate your children. Don't make your children angry for no reason. Don't make your children hate you. Don't oppress your children. Let your children breathe the same way I let you breathe. Remember how I saved you from the house of slavery? Remember how I saved you from the house
How
of slavery?
you were getting exhausted and exasperated and oppressed?
Yeah, don't go do that to your children.
Yeah.
Don't do that to your workers.
Yeah.
Don't do that to your animals. Don't do it to yourself.
Right.
You're free. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
So what is he talking about these first 4 commands? Love God.
Love God. Love me alone.
Love me alone.
Don't love anything else that
Don't
I
love
made
anything
that
else.
belongs to me because it's not me.
Everything is mine,
Yeah.
and I'm letting you have it. You can use it.
Take care of it.
Take care of it. Make sure you let it rest. Make sure you don't tire people out.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't oppress people. Why? Because I'm the Lord your God who brought you out of the house of slavery. So don't go and oppress other people.
So as you're reading that whole thing, you have that in mind.
That's in your mind, right? So listen, why did he save the people from Egypt? Because they were being oppressed.
Right.
They're being oppressed and they can't worship the Lord their God. Why? Because they can't rest.
They're always working.
They're always working. So
No chance to worship God.
how can they worship God if you're always working?
Yeah.
You can't. So they need a rest. At least one day so they can worship the Lord, right?
Yeah.
Pharaoh said no. He
Yeah.
said, if my people can't worship me here, I'm just going to take them from you.
Right.
So let's put that and apply that here. What if I'm not letting myself rest? Then God can deliver me from me. What if I'm not letting my children rest? God can deliver my children from me.
Yeah.
What if I don't let my workers rest? God will deliver my workers from me. What if I won't let my animals rest? God will deliver my animals from me. Why? Because He's God who saves people from slavery, and I'm not. You need to let your children rest, your workers rest, your animals rest.
Yeah.
It's not your Sabbath, it's His. So if every day is your Sabbath, you better not have a job or have anyone work for you or ever have anybody serve you,
Yeah.
right?
And you never have to work.
And you never have to work.
Yeah.
So I think it's great when people think that Jesus is their rest every day. Good, He should be.
Yeah.
He was in the Old Testament. God was your rest in the Old Testament.
Yeah.
But that didn't keep them from keeping the Sabbath. God even tells Moses, I will go with you and I will give you rest. He didn't stop keeping the Sabbath after God told him, I'm going to give you rest. I'm going to give you rest, Moses. You're right, Lord. Let me go start my business now and work every day.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You hate me.
Yeah.
No, I love you, Lord. That's why I don't keep the Sabbath, because I love you.
Yeah.
That wouldn't make any sense. That would make no sense at all, right? I mean,
Right.
or does it? Like,
No.
how would it make sense that if I was like, I love you so much, right? Oh, I love you too. Thank
I'm
you.
gonna completely disobey
I'm
you
going to
now.
completely go do the opposite of what you
Yeah.
told me to do now.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. So look, same train of thought.
Right.
Parents, make sure you don't oppress your children.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't oppress your servants.
Allow them to rest.
Make sure you don't oppress your animals. Okay. Also honor your father and your mother. Hey, look,
That's good.
if your
It's a
parents
good
are
segue.
not oppressing you, honor them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
When your parents are not oppressing you and they're following the Lord your God, guess what?
Honor them.
Honor them. But watch this. Let's say your parents are not honoring the Lord your God, right?
Yes.
Go back a few commandments. If your parents hate God, right?
Right.
By not keeping His commandments, by not keeping His Sabbath, what's going to happen?
Anyone that you're there oppressing is going to be taken away from.
They're going to be taken away from it. But guess what? Your servants, your workers, your animals, and your children are going to get punished because of you. Why? Because they're breaking the commandments because you're making them
You're
work.
making them do it.
So they're breaking the commandments because you're making them work. So you're going to get punished and them.
So in other words, they are causing them to sin.
You're causing your people under you to sin and the animals under you to sin. So guess what? God is going to punish them. He's going to bring your wickedness, which is not listening to God by breaking His commandments and not keeping His Sabbath, and punish not only you, but all the people who are working because of you. And then they're going to feel like they're being cursed by God and they're going to start to hate God. So why would they listen to Him? So you're carrying His name in vain.
Dang.
You're carrying His name in vain because you're forcing people to work on the Sabbath and you're making them hate God. So He's going to punish not only you, but them because all of you hate Him.
So you yourself are carrying His name, not carrying His name right by disobeying His commandments, and in turn causing everybody else to also disobey His commandments.
And hate Him.
And hate Him also.
So He's going to punish all of you.
Dang.
Right?
Yeah. No, yeah.
So honor your father and your mother so you can have a long life because your parents need to be the ones will honor God first.
Yeah.
If your parents don't honor God first, they're going to make you sin. And they're going to make God mad. And he's going to punish all of you.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So here's an example. God doesn't just punish and kill your entire family because you disobey God. Only whenever you're causing your children to sin. Right?
Okay.
This is my proof. Samuel. You know who Samuel is a descendant of?
No.
Korah.
The guy who went against
Yes.
Moses?
The one who the ground opens up and eats their family.
Right, yeah.
How is he alive?
Someone must have stayed from that family.
Somebody must have disobeyed Korah. One of his children must have disobeyed his father, which isn't honoring him.
But you won't find that unless you're actually looking.
You won't find it unless you're reading all the time.
Yeah.
If Samuel comes from Korah, right?
Someone who disobeyed God.
Someone must have disobeyed Korah.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that be dishonoring then? No, because you're honoring your Father in heaven, right?
Right.
Your Father in heaven. You have to honor him first and then honor the people under.
Right.
But what if they're dishonoring? Don't listen to them. Remember, I'm the Lord your God. You need to keep my Sabbath, not them. You need to love me, not the people above you.
Yeah. Hey everyone. So this conversation went on longer than we expected, obviously. So, like the last one. So, yeah. So we're just gonna continue the rest of this conversation next week. So stay tuned. Thank you and God bless.